They got him. They got him. And I'm not talking about police. Guess what? The shooter who shot Sauce in the leg. From the video we went through in my last video, he also got shot. You see why I don't pay to stay in the streets? You see why I don't pay to be in the streets? Because you'll end up becoming the streets. You'll end up being a victim of the streets. They got him. Dead. Dead on arrival. Dead on arrival. One suspect wanted in connection with deadly downtown Memphis shooting that injured Houston rapper Sauce Walka has been found dead in Houston. Police said, not me, not no joker. Police said. The Memphis Police Department confirmed Monday that 21-year-old Jaden Danbridge, who was wanted in a first-degree murder and attempted murder charges, was discovered deceased. No further details about how or when Danbridge died have been released. Well, obviously, he died a few days after he shot Sauce Walka. And a few days after, he plotted the hit on Sayso because he didn't actually shoot a bullet, but he's still involved in the murder. So whoever he did the murder with, they figured out it's time for you to go, bruh. It's time for you to go. Because your picture's all over the news. Who told you to take off your mask right after you get out the car? But that really didn't even matter because they had his face already in a convenience store. They had him already in a convenience store. They had him dead on arrival. So we're going to get into Sauce Walka. He had a video, one of his first interview that he did after the shooting with a very popular Memphis podcast that I'm just starting to be aware of it. And I was looking at the subscribers. They have 1.1 million subscribers. And he's very popular in Memphis. I think he bumped into Sayso in Miami, and Sayso always told him, like, yo, I'm gonna get Sauce Walka on your show. I'm gonna get Sauce Walka on your show. And finally, Sayso finally brought Sauce Walka to Memphis, Tennessee, and bang, he dies. And now Sauce Walka is just finishing all the stuff this boy talked about. He's just finishing everything he spoke about. This is somebody that looked up to him. This is somebody who looked up to him and wanted more than Sauce Walka. He wanted to become a Sauce Walka. You know, be a rapper, and one day start finding rappers and, you know, create your own organization, a multi-million-dollar business. So Sauce Walka's doing the right thing. He's doing the right thing. Let's get to it. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Humorous moments, so I don't download the pain that I'm dealing with right now. Or watching one of my best friends, one of my little brothers, a nigga that look up to me, get murdered in front of my face, shot in front of me, and me get shot, and got this big stupid gaping on 2 entryway hole in my fucking leg. I ain't never been shot in my life. I've been running around these streets 34 years in every ghetto, in every slums, or everywhere in America. But I just so happen to come in one of the, you know what I'm saying, most dangerous place in America, with one of the dangerous titles in the world, which is being a rapper, being a black successful man in America, with the eye up, with the eyeball on you, with people watching you, know your movements. You have to put your movements out there to a certain degree so people can follow you on the algorithm, know about what concerts, what bookings that you have. All of these different things is kind of like a part of the job title, but these also are the things that put you in danger.
For sure.
And then the difference is about being a rapper versus being how people would say, well, tell that to a police officer, tell that to an army veteran, tell that to a firefighter, or the things about these people's jobs that they get to take the uniform off.
Mm-hmm.
When they take that uniform off, he goes back to being a regular pedestrian. Nobody's trying to kill him. Nobody's trying to murder him. Nobody's trying to rob him. Nobody's following this police officer, firefighter, CIA agent, fucking whatever of public servant that protects life through violence and, you know what I'm saying, guns and dangerous police officers, shit like that. They get to take the badge off, take their uniform off, and then go back to being a regular person. There's no such thing as taking a uniform off when you're a rapper. I think just.
Yes, he definitely does have a point. But a police officer, a CIA agent, they're not promoting violence. That's the difference. A rapper, I could be a rapper and I could rap about flowers and cupcakes, and I could have nobody looking after me. I could promote, I could do it, I could do all type of things. You know, the one thing I'm not gonna do is promote violence. And when you promote violence and you have a consumer base that consumes the violence, of course you're going to have violence come follow you. So it's not necessarily being a rapper, because you're not rapping about flowers and cupcakes all day. You're rapping about the inner city lifestyle, the violence. Even though, yes, it may be motivation a lot of times, like a Nipsey Hussle, and you kind of like moved away from rapping about constant violence, but the consumer still looks at you as somebody that's promote violence and come from a certain area of violence. So it's not necessarily just being a rapper, because if that's the case, it will be rappers all over the place dead. And no, the rappers that rapping about cupcakes are not dying. The rappers that rap about rainbows, they're not dying. And I'm not talking about that type of rainbow, but you know what I mean. The good things of life, they're just not. The CIA agent and the officer, they're trying to stop violence. So they're able to come home and take the uniform off and have a regular day without nobody coming after them, because they're not in the forefronts of it. They're not promoting it. You know, they're behind the scenes. You know, they're behind the scenes. And they're stopping the violence. They're not promoting it. So they're not going to have other people trying to come get them on a constant basis.
There's no such thing as taking a uniform off every day. Street, nigga. When you're a black man with money, every day, everything you do, every post you make, every conscious decision that you make, every investment, everything you do is being watched by people that are jealous, envious, in fear, just downright hateful, don't want you to have the things that you have, contesting, challenging, competition. It's just all of these different things that lead to negativeness and violence, never leads to a positive outcome. And all these people are willing to do the extreme to take from you. Extreme. That's the point you also have to incorporate. These people are willing to do the extreme to take your belongings or to take your life. And sometimes people always think motherfuckers coming at the next black person or the next person in this world, a lifestyle, to take their belongings or to take their valuables. Sometimes it's about taking your life.
That's it.
Sometimes motherfuckers get the joy and the satisfaction just off taking your soul off of this earth and knowing that you're not here no more to get on their nerves, bro.
Real talk.
And
Your existence, they just can't stand it.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. While you sitting here and talking how you talking, bro, you're a great leader. Everybody's not fit for your position. You know what I'm saying? You know, I feel like you understand the power that you hold, where you can have right now a lot of chaos going on. But I like how you're turning into something else.
Yeah, I can. If I wanted to, I could have motherfucking 400-500 different men, good men down here from different cities and states, including mine, around here ready to do whatever by snapping my finger in retaliation to what happened to me and my little brother. But as much as it hurt my soul and it really break me down, I'm damn near getting emotional right now thinking about the shit that I can't retaliate because that's not righteous. Because my brother had his own dealings as a man that a nigga gotta respect, and a motherfucker had the opportunity to make me 100% accountable for the same thing that they felt, whatever the situation is, because I still don't know what the situation is with my brother, but whatever it was, they could have held me the same level of accountable that they did him and took my life for no reason the same way, whatever that his was taken for. So at the end of the day, I gotta be a man and be an honorable gangster and respect the fact that I put myself in a place where I wasn't supposed to be standing and sitting there, but as a gangster and as a brother, I'ma stand next to my brother no matter whatever this nigga got going on, or whatever his personal beefs or problems is. If we shook hands and we came in the same alliance before that, then I gotta adapt and adopt your problems to a certain extent too. So I put my name on your face, you represent my company, I represent you. I gotta inherit some of your problems.
That's some real stuff he just said. Just some real stuff he just said. Sauce Walka basically saying, it is what it is, man. I made a bad decision. As a leader, I should have stepped up. I should have really put my foot down and, said no and no to certain things, because the way he was moving in his own city, Sauce Walka tried to make him feel like, all right, you got the key now. You know what? I'm gonna put my CEO shoes away, and I'm gonna give it to you because we in your town, we in your hood. You showed me. You've been talking about this for months. You showed me what Tennessee all about. I'm with you. I'm leaving it. I'm putting my life in your hands. You handle the security. You handle everything. The way I treat you when you're in my city, when you're in Houston, you good. I hope you do the same for me. I'm going to put my life in your hands. But what Sauce Walka didn't realize, he putting his life in the hands of somebody that really don't know how to really move in the streets. As a boss that's on top. It's different moving in the streets when you're a nobody versus when you actually have status. And he's right. Most dudes, they just want to take your life. They so consumed with laziness. They can't do it on their own. They don't have no hope for themselves. They look at their kids in the eyes and they just feel so bad that they're a loser. And they can't do nothing to be successful. So the only thing they know to do is to put on a mask and try to go after the guys that are successful and take what they have. All they know is to take what someone else has, like a Sauce Walka or a Sayso P. They don't know nothing else.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm in an entire different city and state where I have no information or dealings or ties to understand what is the real issue that's going on. And before I send my people into the motherfucking woods blind, just out of anger and, you know what I'm saying, just honor and just want to make a retaliation move just to prove a point, I'd rather be a leader and use this example and show that, yeah, I got the power, yeah, I got the respect, yeah, I got the money to continue on this chaos and this foolishness, but I'd rather use my position and what I went through as an example of, is this shit really worth it? Like, was taking my brother life really worth it? Is me trying to retaliate or prove a point for some niggas for some Instagram comments and some posts, or did you slide for him, this and that? Like, a nigga been doing this shit since a nigga was a teenager, bro, adolescent. You know what I'm saying? Handling this business for the business, standing on the business, laying on the business, leaning on the business. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point is, when does this shit end? What is the fucking trophy for this shit besides a bunch of niggas saying, ooh, you him, that nigga there.
Real talk.
He a demon.
Real talk.
He's stumping. He's stepping for real. He's stumping. Ain't now one of these niggas saying that you stepping or stumping finna help you pay for no lawyers, they're not finna take care of your kids. If they see your baby mama heartbroken and fucked up because you in dead or jail, they gonna be the nigga trying to fuck your baby mama and move in your house and sleep on your bed because he wanted to be you that bad, but he couldn't get this bitch while you sitting there in his face. Or while you active and attractive being the man that you is, he could never get this bitch, but he gotta wait for this bitch to be vulnerable and slide in on your shortcomings as a man when he's supposed to be there giving this woman support and being the step uncle, being the godfather, the god uncle, like, you know what I'm saying, being an honorary man, you know what I'm saying, and representing what fatherhood would have been if my best friend and my brother would have been here to been for you as your father. Niggas just got the whole game fucked up. So it's like, me, I just want to take the opportunity that I have with the platform, the voice that I have, to try to speak out to the people that ignorance is not the answer every time.
Well said, Sauce Walka. Well said. Sometimes you need this type of talk coming from a rapper from the streets. Something these young boys could look at and say, you know what? Sauce Walka said it, Sauce Walka believe it, so I'ma do it. I'ma follow. Unless it's gonna be a cycle over and over and over. You're doing the KKK's job. You're doing their job. They're smiling. They're in retirement, majority of them, because you took over. You on double shift. Some of y'all is on triple shift with homicide, black on black violence. It's a continuous cycle that could never end. You kill my brother, I kill your sister. You kill my mother, I kill your mother. When will the community come together and stop it? Stop it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.